Coming up, I'm on the hunt for a tiger that's lost its stripes.
Oh, tiger snake, tiger snake. Look at that.
Dan the Frogman gives me the grand tour.
One of my favourite all-time Australian frogs.
And this nighttime prowler looks ready to strike.
The last thing I want is a snake tooth to the face.
I'm on Kangaroo Island, 30 kilometres up the coast of South Australia, looking for tiger snakes. Just like other islands around the continent, KI has a completely different ecosystem to the mainland, and that means the tigers that live here are different too.
Oh, tiger snake, tiger snake. Look at that. He's already spotted me. He's flared the neck out a little bit to make himself look bigger. I don't have a snake hook, so this will have to do. Now, tiger snakes, they don't like it too hot. So he's out early morning catching that sun, but that means he's already going to be warm and fast. Here he goes. Big snake. He's in the bush. Come on, mate. Come on, buddy. There we go. Look at that. Kangaroo Island, tiger snake. Beautiful. All black. Down you go, buddy. Oh, hey, settle, 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 settle. He's biting the grass.
This stallion of a snake is clearly not impressed that I've interrupted his sunbaking.
Don't look at me, buddy. There you go. I'm used to working with tiger snakes half the size of this. But on the islands, their diet changes. Mainland tiger snakes feed on skinks and frogs this big. Island tiger snakes eat mutton bird chicks. They're a good-sized bird, about the size of a small chicken.
I've got to say, my offshore encounters with tiger snakes has been something else. I'll never forget the two I came across on Tasmania with the reptile rescue boys. One lurking under a family's house.
He's golden. There we go.
The other feasting on a nest of chicks.
He's got something in his belly.
Another supreme bird hunter, just like KI tigers.
He's a bit fiery, but if he's quiet enough, I'm just gently going to pin his head and grab him and try and have a look. All right. Okay. There we go. That's a big snake. And I'm a bit more comfortable now he's in the hand. That might seem funny because he's closer, but a minute ago he's very warm, thrashing about, and now he's contained. But what I wanted to have a look at was the glands on the back of his head. They're huge, and I think the quantity of venom in there would be 2 to 3 times what I'm used to with the snakes in the reptile park venom program. Beautiful black, I mean, look at that. I don't think I've seen such a pretty snake. They're dark here because the climate is much colder. So having a darker coloration means you can absorb more of the sun's warmth on the cold days.
The tiger snake has the 4th strongest venom of any snake on Earth. If you cop a bite, its strong neurotoxins will send your body into paralysis, meaning you'll stop breathing or have a heart attack. In addition, it has a very strong anticoagulant, and just a couple of drops to a vial of blood will turn it thick as jelly.
There are skinks and frogs on these islands, but they're not a consistent food source. We're down here in the coastal heath. The ocean's only 500 metres that way. And at the right time of year, mutton birds or shearwaters come in and nest, hundreds of nests along the coast. These tiger snakes go down there and gorge feed at those times of year. In some places, where there aren't many skinks or frogs, they only feed for 2 to 3 months of a year, and that's enough food to last them for the rest of the year. It's time for me to let him go, and this part's as dangerous as catching him. A nice release means you don't get bitten. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, mate. And you can go now. Well, that was unreal. I've caught a few tiger snakes in my time, but never an all-black tiger snake and never on Kangaroo Island. Something I really wanted to see, and now I have. I'm gonna leave him there.
This is the wonderful Wattigan Forest, just up the road from the reptile park. My old mate Dan has been camping out here for the past few months, studying the breeding habits of the red-backed toadlet.
Tell me, mate, what's special about this particular site?
Well, that's a unique site for these species. They only breed in ponds that are temporarily dry and then fill up with rain for only a few months of the year. So these frogs, the males, will set up camp really early in the season, and then females will come in after rain when the soil's nice and moist, lay their eggs, and then hitchhike out of there.
So everything you collect here, the males you have, the females you have, you get to understand a brilliant picture of what's happening.
Yep, and that male, he'll sit with them. We don't really know why he sits with them, but he'll guard those eggs, possibly from predators, and until this pond fills up with water, he'll get out of there and those tadpoles will hatch.
Classically Australian, hey, you've got to find a niche. The environment's tough, and if you don't have a little difference like this, you might not survive at all.
Yep. Well, that's the trade-off. They've got away from that permanent ponds where you get predators and lots of other species that love it. Here, you've just got the one species, but so many more risks.
Yeah, and white tags everywhere.
Well, that's where the males set up. They don't move. Once they enter the site, they sit there underneath the leaf litter, call, attract a female, and then he'll sit with the eggs until this pond fills up.
How many males are in this area right now?
Oh, over the course of this breeding season, there's probably been about 200 males turn up.
200?
Yep.
And
so those females have got a great deal of selection to pick out which ones they want to go with.
well, here we go. So now we're into an interesting topic. What makes a male redback toadlet sexy?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it his nest? Is it his little camp that he's got it set up? Or is it himself? Is it his calls that demonstrate how strong he is?
We're having to tread lightly around here. We don't want to step on anyone.
Look at this.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. He wasn't kidding when he said there's 200 in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, just there. That's a hot spot. How do you get a girlfriend in there?
Well, that's what I want to know. Like, what is it about this little area that makes it so popular?
So what are you going to find under there?
Well, obviously he's gone walkabout, possibly for a feed.
Yep.
But he'll have a little depression there that he usually sits in. But if we've got any luck, he'll have a big clutch of eggs sitting there.
In there now?
Yep.
Ah, show me.
All right, let's have a little look.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, yep. Yeah, decent clutch there.
Look at that.
Yep. Pretty big eggs for a frog of that size, but they've got to give it enough yolk to last for a few months in the egg capsule.
Yeah, so in contrast to a frog that lays 5,000 eggs,
Yep.
that are tiny.
They hatch within days and they don't need any yolk.
But this is dry,
Yep.
so they're robust to be able to weather that until the rain comes. Amazing.
Yep.
Only in Australia, you got an amphibian that we all associate with permanent water that's found a niche that other frogs mightn't be able to survive in, let alone breed in. And we've got eggs with tadpoles inside them in moist dirt, just waiting for rain. Amazing. What's next, Dan?
Right, well, I'm going to collect a few eggs because part of my research involves knowing at this certain stage, these guys are pretty well developed, how quickly they're able to hatch once these pools fill up with water. So we'll dunk a few in and we'll get some data out of it. Yep. All right, I'll just scoop a few out then.
The male will be back soon enough. He won't know any of his brood are missing. He'll simply come in and guard the rest.
Cool.
We get to go and hatch these eggs.
Yep, let's see what happens.
I'm speechless. Home sweet home.
Yep, this is it. It's not much, but it's been home for the last 4 months. All right, so we got these eggs and prepared this little tank here.
Okay.
And so if everything goes to plan, we'll drop these eggs in and I'll record how many hatch and how quickly they hatch and yeah, it should be pretty good.
I can't wait to see it.
It's gonna be good.
So as far as they're concerned, it's just about to rain.
Yep.
Righto,
All
away
right.
you go.
Let's go.
turns out.
Now this can take a while. 1 or 2 may hatch within minutes, but the rest will bide their time. They need to be sure there's enough water for survival. If they come out too early and the rain hasn't formed a pond, well, it'd be a sad and short life for the impatient ones.
That was amazing. But now we've got a tank full of tadpoles and a dry pond that they came from. What are we going to do with them?
We can't release them back there, can we?
No.
Well, I've got a few other sites that I conduct some other research.
Yep.
So we're just going to release them back in the night. And why don't we do a survey for some few other species that we get there?
I would love to.
All right.
What are we going to do until then?
Well, let's take a seat and let's just wait for it to get
Home
dark.
sweet home.
All right.
This is a land of extremes. We could go months without a drop of rain, and there's a whole load of reasons why one male's nest could be better than the next. The females have got it covered though.
To overcome the stresses that they've got in that site of like extreme drying periods and then wet periods, they've got to kind of try and figure out how to combat that. And one way we think they're trying to do that is individual females spread their eggs amongst multiple males, kind of like the opposite of putting all your eggs in one basket, spreading the risk. So at least some eggs that they lay with some male will possibly get through into some offspring.
What happens now, mate? We just wait for dark?
Yep, well, once the sun sets, and we'll probably hear some frogs calling and we'll head out.
What, we just kick back till then, eh?
Yep.
Easy done.
Take it easy.
Beautiful view.
The great expanses of wilderness that covers the Northern Territory famously harbours many of Australia's largest and deadliest animals. Daytime is usually spent either sunbaking or taking shelter, but most of all, it's a time for sleeping. It's when nighttime descends that the real action kicks in. That's when the predators come out to hunt, and the prey, well, they're just hoping to make it through till morning. It's only a short walk through the dense surroundings before I spot one of the locals.
Snake in the tree. It's a carpet python. It's a Northern Territory carpet python, a Darwin carpet. It's only young. These guys can get up to sort of 10 foot. He'd be taking things like small mammals, reptiles, birds. That's why he's come down. He was sitting there when we found him in a bit of an S pose. Whoa, there's a strike. Look at that, and he's S'd again. I wasn't watching him there, but he can see me. Now, he's been a bit cunning there. He's gently creeping forward and making that S a little bit bigger so he can reach further. I'm not stepping back. The last thing I want is a snake tooth to the face.
Like all pythons, he's non-venomous. Their preferred choice of killing is suffocation. To show you the incredible strike speed of this reptile, I'm going to act as bait.
We'll just try and get him down for a look. Where's the best spot? He's got it. Ah! I deserve that, but that was a bite. A few teeth, not too bad. He's just a python, so it's not dangerous. Those teeth are designed for gripping onto prey. They're backward facing. When they get in, they rip through a bit of flesh, so it might look bad, but he's only a little snake. Whoa. Okay, now he just nailed me. I'm just gonna grab a stick, try and get him to move a little bit. He's on the move now, so it's safe to get him off. He hasn't got that strike position. Come on, mate. Look at that. Beautiful snake. They live in the forest, so they're brown, black, yellow, camouflage well. He's flicking his tongue to have a bit of a smell. It's a good find, because it's quite a cool night. He'd be out looking for any little mammals, birds. And that there, as you can see, you've got the S in the neck. He is just about to strike. And all along that bottom lip are heat-sensitive pits. Now, if one of those picks up my arm, I'm guessing that I'd cop a whack. Don't do it, mate. Don't do it. Look at this. He's just about to strike. He's flicking his tongue. We want to try and keep him nice and settled, not stress him. Hey, bit of a hiss. Look at my hand. It's wrapped up. He's really got my hand there, and a python this size isn't too dangerous. But these guys can get up to 10 foot. I mean, if he was to wrap around, especially on my neck, it'd be an effort to get him off. OK, I'm going to try and get him off my hand and put him back where I found him and let him go. He should go straight up into a tree. Come on. And you can really see how he camouflages on that tree. Have a look at the different colours. Once he gets his head around, he should take off. That's it. There we go. What a snake.
I'm at the Wattigan Forest in New South Wales with my old mate Dan. We've just spent the day hatching redback toadlet tadpoles that we're now going to release.
Time to go, mate?
Yep, it's dark enough and I can hear the frogs calling.
Beauty. Let's go.
All right.
This is when the forest really comes to life. You can hear frogs, other animals rustling around, and it's time for us to get out and see what we can find.
Hey, there's a tawny.
Oh, looking right at us.
Look at that.
It's a tawny frogmouth right up there. Looks like an owl, but it's not. It's a nightjar.
And what do you know? He's hanging out right where all the frogs are.
Right where the frogs are, hey? He's not silly.
Oh, there's a bit of eye shine there, Tim.
What do you
See
got?
that?
Oh, yep, there it is. What is it?
Oh, that's a big, great barred frog.
Look at that.
Oh, it must be a female by the size of her. That is huge.
Jeez, that's beautiful.
Look at it. Oh my God, look how fat she is.
Look at the mouth on her. What a
See
frog.
that focusing on you almost.
Yeah, you can tell it's night, hey? They're out, the pupils are... Hello, mate.
She's all yours.
Whoop, she's off. Oh. Yeah, well, that is what it is. This is a pobblebonk. Not a very cute frog. Big eyes, big mouth, all head. And we got a boy, hey?
Yep, and you can tell he's a burrowing species just because their position on the eyes, like right on top of the head. First thing to pop out of the ground.
Is that, so if he's got a tawny frogmouth sitting above him,
Yep,
he's not going to come out.
And you can also tell if you flip him over there, you might be able to see, he's got like a little spade-like...
Whereabouts?
Just...
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he burrows in backwards into the ground.
Gotcha.
And he uses that as like a little spade. Yeah, nice.
That's brilliant. Okay, matey.
Oh, well, let him on his way.
2 frogs in 2 minutes. Off you go. Let's keep going.
Yep, plenty
This
more.
place is alive, mate. This place just comes to life after dark. The frogs started to call, the insects got noisy, and then everything starts to move. And now we're just finding one frog after another.
Oh yeah, there's some more eye shine. Smaller though.
Yeah, this is a little frog.
Oh nice, that's a little green-thighed frog.
Green-thighed.
Yeah, they're threatened in New South Wales.
That's my first ever
Is it?
green-thighed frog. Yeah?
Yeah, you don't see too many of them.
No. Have you seen them up here before?
Yeah, but they only really come out after lots of rain.
Okay.
But
so
this
we're very
guy's
lucky.
probably out just foraging, looking for a bit of a feed.
What a good sign. How good is that?
Nice.
It's just so good to come to a place like this and see such a healthy population and diversity of frogs.
Yep, yeah, you don't come across these guys too often.
Well, I certainly haven't. You don't have to guess how he got his name. Look at that beautiful green in behind the thighs there. Do they know what that's for?
Yeah, it acts as a sort of defence mechanism when they're evading predators. So when they jump, that colour is revealed and that dazzles the predators just
Brilliant.
a bit.
There's a reason for everything, hey?
There it is.
What a great frog. You know, a threatened species, any species, is good to see in the wild. And he's just out here cruising around looking for some little insects. It's a tree frog, so it's got little suction caps. Time to let him go.
All right, so you can hear that frog?
Yeah.
That's the common eastern froglet, tiny little species.
Yep.
Be lucky if we find one, probably on the edge somewhere. Oh, here's a little one here.
Oh, you got one.
Tiny little thing.
Look at that.
Yeah, just hanging in the water there. Yeah, they love these little areas like this. Probably one of the smallest frogs, but one of the loudest calls, I reckon.
Yeah. Is this permanent water or it's just filled with a bit of rain?
This one fills up every now and again, but they'll just take advantage of that. Any free water is colonised by frogs instantly.
They are now. All right.
Cool.
Every Australian frog has a unique call, and at the moment, we're trying to track down a red-eyed tree frog. Every time we get close, the call stops. But they're just in here somewhere. We keep looking, we'll find one. Is he calling somewhere in here? Here he is.
Oh, there he is. Nice.
Look at that.
How
good is that?
Look at his throat is out, he's been calling.
One of my favourite all-time Australian frogs.
Yeah, have to be.
This is a male sitting up in the tree and his throat's just drooping down because he's continually been calling, just hoping for a female. Red-eyed tree frogs are just beautiful. And we're in woodland here, sclerophyll forest, with a bit of water behind us, but you just picture that that's a tropical frog and it should be in the rainforest. What a find. That's my pick of the night, even though it's not as endangered as the others.
Oh, here he goes.
Listen to that. How good is that?
He doesn't care that we're here at all.
He doesn't care. Let's leave him be. What a day and night. Dan's here letting our little tadpoles go that we hatched this afternoon. And right there is a pair of great barred frogs mating. How good is that?
That's perfect.
Good on you for the work you're doing, mate.
No worries, thanks for coming up.
Oh, I've had a brilliant day.